Hi, today we are going to be learning about the evolution of Homo sapiens by Jack Wayne, Branford Bland, and Henry Hotelling, Mr. Picard's Period 6 biology class. Two very distinctive traits of Homo sapiens are that we have a much larger brain than the average animal. Because of this larger brain, we have the ability to think abstractly. Significant changes that have occurred in Homo sapiens is going from an ape-like creature to what we now consider modern-day humans. This happened by adapting to climate and the process of natural selection.
Natural selection is a series of natural changes that cause a species to adapt to their environment. Changes start in the genetic material. DNA changes by the process of mutation. Genetically inherited characteristics influence the likelihood of survival and reproduction in a species. Changes don't usually change individuals, but change means of their growth and development. Parents pass adaptive genetic changes to their offspring. The offspring inherit the characteristics that enhance their life. Over time, genetic changes alter species' way of life.
Evidence is needed to back up the evolution of humans. In the video, I'll be talking about fossil evidence and biogeographic distribution. Some of the greatest fossil evidence that we ever have is a fossil named Lucy. Lucy was found in Hadar, Ethiopia, which is located in Central East Africa. Evidence to support evolution from apes is as follows. She had compact feet for walking efficiently on two legs. She had long arm bones that were curved. This shows she had the ability to climb trees. Her toe bones were also curved for climbing trees. Because of these adaptations, Lucy and her people were able to survive on the flat and in the trees. These fossils are 2.3 million years old, which seems really old, but is relatively young compared to how old the Earth is. The fossil evidence shows how Lucy was a common ancestor to apes and humans by the shape of her bones. It also shows that 3.2 million years ago, apes were beginning to adapt and turn into modern-day humans. Humans gradually moved north into Europe and Asia because the central part of the Earth was becoming too hot for the humans to live in. We can prove this by dating fossils from Africa and then from Asia. Human skulls were found in Damacy, Georgia, which is in Central Asia. These human skulls have been dated back to 1.6 million years ago, showing that over the course from 3.2 to 1.6 million years, the human population has migrated to the north. The role of geographic isolation is to create new species. When species are split up into two different environments, they both must adapt differently because no two environments are the same. Selection occurs as those that cannot adapt die out. Those that can adapt or survive continue to evolve and mate with other species of the same type. Because of this isolation from other different kinds of species, new species are formed, and when the species are reunited and they mate and make even more new species. This relates to the human population because humans were spread out all over the world and they all had to adapt differently, creating different.
Because we understand how agriculture works, for instance, the best climates for certain plants to grow in, or where there is an abundance of crops, we are able to harvest the maximum amount of produce possible. We reap the benefits of this knowledge, and because of this, we have mass quantities of fruits, vegetables, and all types of grains and plants. In addition to being able to grow and feed off of agricultural produce, we also feed them to animals and make sure that specific animals in specific environments are well fed and well nurtured, and we owe this productivity to our knowledge of evolution. Also, people for the most part eat healthily, because we know what putting unhealthy food into our body will cause. This personal eating choice is due to evolution and seeing the dangers of what an unhealthy diet will do to humans.